Well, hello. I'm Jeff Zwerig, working at Reasons to Believe here. I'm here with my colleague and good friend Krista, and just are excited about the upcoming opportunities to be involved with the lab. Wanted to just give you a little information about what the lab is, what are some of the exciting developments going on this year, and just inviting you to be a part of what we're doing. I think this is one of the programs that Reasons to Believe does that I am particularly excited about, because it's an opportunity for us to partner with you and with other ministries and really develop people who are going to be leaders, especially in the scientific fields in the years to come. So just inviting you to join with us. And Krista, I'm just curious, what are you excited about with the lab? What do you have to say about the lab today?
Well, I think what I'm always excited about when it comes to talking about the lab is the participants. I love talking to the students because we at Reasons to Believe really have a vision toward helping the emerging generation. And when I'm talking about students, I'm talking about, roughly like later high school through college, as long as you haven't started graduate school yet. People who are looking into going into science professions, medical research, mathematics, physics, astrophysics, life sciences, even some engineering and technology fields. People that are ambitious to wanting to go into these fields, but who are Christians, and they're wanting to figure out, how do I begin to put my faith together with my future profession, and helping the young people begin to connect those dots. That's what really gets me excited about the
I agree. I mean, that's one thing. I don't know whether my dad specifically sat down and thought, oh, my son's going into a science career and this is what I need to do. But there were just some very practical things he did for me that really equipped me and prepared me to not only be a strong Christian, but a strong scientist while I was doing, that they both really did work together. And so that's one of the things I'm just really excited about the lab, is not only the opportunity to speak into the students' lives and help them develop and realize that, yeah, God does call people to be scientists, and that it's something that encourages and nourishes your faith, but also equipping parents to figure out how to navigate that transition, because I'm very much aware that you're running into that scenario where your kids actually may know more than you about a specific subject. And so how do you mentor your kid in that scenario? And so I'm excited about what we can do in some of those areas.
And it's really a partnership with families because of that. I mean, we do encourage parents to come with students and enjoy this whole experience together as a family, because we will have special sessions for the parents too, to help equip them and to encourage their student in their journey. But the lab is really a mentoring program where we're connecting future scientists with working professionals. And I think that it's such a unique program, and I'm not aware of any other program from any other ministry that does it quite the way that we do it here. And giving them students access to the scholars is amazing.
I agree. I mean, I am aware of other programs that have some great and fabulous teaching and really good workshops on how to integrate and do stuff. But I do think that's one aspect of the lab that is very unique. And I'm particularly excited about some of the mentors that we have involved. We got Mike Strauss from Oklahoma University. We got Sue Dykes. I know she's from South Africa, but really just, these are people who are working in those fields and have great insight, as well as a proven track record of how to be a Christian in both hostile and in very generous environments. And so,
but who are also passionate about helping students, give them a boost up into their career. And so we have handpicked these mentors as people who are working professionals in their respective fields, but also are passionate about helping students and helping them clarify their vision and encouraging them in their faith and staying connected to them in relationship. And this year, another thing I'm really excited about is our new and emerging partnership with our friends at Impact 360. They're in Pine Mountain, Georgia. It's about a little over an hour out of Atlanta. And so if you live on the East Coast, we are coming to the East Coast. And we couldn't be more excited, because it's really going to be sort of a camp-like atmosphere. Students are going to be staying in the dorms there. They're going to be sharing meals together. We're going to go zip lining together. We're going to have, campfire and just a lot of conversation together. A lot of downtime to just hang out with the scholars. but also some really interesting and stimulating conversations there at the lab.
Well, and that's also, again, one of my passions and what I'm really excited about, and I'm excited that it's actually kind of worked out, is that's really what I wanted in the lab in the first place. Is, you've got to give good content. I mean, your program isn't going to go without that. You've got to have top-notch people to interact with, but just the actual time to sit around and actually start processing all of that and putting it into practice and think, okay, what does this mean when I'm challenged with this in the classroom, or what does this mean when I am in a scientific or in a scientific setting or professional setting? What does it mean to be a Christian there? And you can actually start thinking about and working that out, so that when you're in the environment, you're prepared already instead of having to think off the top of your head. Which, as good as people do that, that's just challenging to do all the time. And so I am just really excited about the amount of time we'll get to hang around and just talk and fellowship, build the relationships, as well as start putting things into practice.
So I want to encourage you, if you want to find out more about the lab, as we're talking here, you can feel free to go explore the website at reasons.org/the-lab, and that's all one word, and you'll see there that we're coming to Georgia in June, and it is not too late to still get in on the early application deadline, and there's a little bit of a discount if you do. And the great thing about Georgia is it includes your lodging and your food, which is amazing.
That's awesome.
That we're getting such phenomenal. A great relationship there with Impact 360 and helping us make that happen for our families. But we'll also be in Covina at the very first week of January. You can go ahead and apply for that as well if you'd like. So you'll see there's two options there, East Coast, West Coast. And
I would say too, just in the spirit of partnership, I mean, we're working with Impact 360, but also would encourage people to attend the Rethink Conference, which is coming up in a couple of weeks. There's a special opportunity to sign up for the lab there. We'll be conducting interviews and stuff on site, and there's also some discounts associated with that. So look into the Rethink Conference as a means to connect with other ministries, as well as to sign up for the lab and be a part of what's going on out in Georgia.
Rethink's going to be in Birmingham. In just a couple of weeks. Jeff and I are both going to be there, so if you are in town, come by our booth and also listen to some amazing lectures from our friends at Stand to Reason, another one of our great ministry partners.
And I'm going to blow stuff up while I'm there too. That's always fun to watch.
That is always fun to watch you blow things up. Hopefully there's safety glasses involved in that.
I've not heard anybody yet. So.
All right. Another thing we want to tell you about is our aftercare program, because the lab doesn't just end with that awesome weekend. It's a continuing relationship, and we're building out an entire aftercare program to help students stay connected with us in ongoing conversations, so we can continue to encourage them in their journey, because we know that this is a journey. It's not just a weekend. Going into a scientific profession is work, and we want to be with you on that journey and be one of those supportive voices for our students.
Yeah, I think that's incredibly important. And one of my commitments as being one of the mentors is just providing availability. So there is a lot that goes on during that weekend, but really, even in the last couple of years, there's been interactions I've had with the students who have gone through, and even the parents, just of, hey, is there a ministry I can get involved with? What's going on out here? And really just trying to provide that equipping even as time goes on. That it really is about the relationships and the mentoring, not just about that weekend. And although the weekend is a whole lot of fun.
It's a great thing. So that's about the lab. I want to give you that website one more time. It's reasons.org/the-lab, and the lab is all one word. And we want to get you connected with our scholar team, our mentor team for the lab. We would love to meet you and just have you begin to inquire and see whether the lab is for you. You can visit our website and look at our promo video. You can look at some testimonial videos, both from parents and from students, and see what kind of talks we're going to be giving, what we're going to be doing. It's going to be a great time, and we would love to have you be part of it. So
the one last thing I would say is that, if in terms of you questioning, are you going into a scientific career? I mean, I think science has a lot of different applications, and my perspective is if you're doing anything that has a connection with science, and so we talked about mathematics and physics, chemistry, biology, obviously, but you have all the life sciences, all the medical professions, engineering, computer sciences, all of these touch on that kind of way of thinking. And so my perspective would be if you're wondering, do you qualify, apply. We look at every application individually, and really you're asking the question, would this person benefit from being here, and would this be a good partnership to be involved in? So if you're wondering, apply. Go for it, and I think you'll really be pleased with what happens. So
thanks for joining us. We really appreciate it. We look forward to hearing from you and meeting you at the lab. Bye-bye.